Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sambhu from Cloud Tech. Today I will show you how AWS Lambda, I have already given different kind of use case demo. But today's session I will show you in advanced level AWS Lambda how we can use it and what all a different kind of configuration and how we can use real life project Lambda. Those things I will today show you. So I have already logged in AWS this console. This is the Virginia region, and today's demo I am going to cover in Lambda advanced level by using Java and how we can create a Lambda function for Java, and then I will show you how we can create Lambda function using Python for the advanced level. Okay, guys. Why I created this session today because in my next video I am planning to give you Elastic Cache AWS with the Redis and Memcached, and in that I am planning to give you by AWS Lambda in how we can access those caching thing. So for that, we need this kind of configuration, like advanced level configuration. So I thought before jump to that session, let's first let me show you how we can configure Lambda in advanced level. Okay, guys. So this is I have logged in here. So I don't have any Lambda function here. So let's create the Lambda function. So for this today's session, we need to create two Lambda function. One is Java and one is the Python. Okay, guys. So Lambda, and let's select this one Python, some version, and let's create. Create one more Lambda function here. And this one select the Java 11 and then click. Here multiple option. Okay, I need to show you some of the other settings also. So let me show you that. Now both the Lambda function I have created, right? But in advanced level, now you want to configure that VPC, or you want to do some of the settings. You want to change that Python version, or maybe you want to change that Java version, or if you would like to change that timeout settings, or if you want to configure that dynamic variable, right, like a environment variable, how we can configure, right? Those things I am going to show you here. So let's first talk about Python one. Okay. So this is my Lambda function I have created. Now, suppose this Lambda function I have created by 3.9 Python. If you want to modify, right, how we can modify? This is the section. If you just click here, edit, and here again, you can change the Python version as per your needed. Suppose you want 3.7, then you can change. And this is the handler method. Okay, guys, you can save it like this. Now, what else we can do here? Let me show you that. Let's go to the configuration, and here this is the general configuration, and here one option we have default memory we always will be that 128, and then storage will be 512. Okay, guys, so that can be expand, and timeout also always 3 seconds. But if default 3 seconds, if you want to increase, then this you can up to increase 15 minutes. Okay, guys, so let me show you that. So here is the memory can be increased up to this MB, and then that storage also you can be increase max this one. Okay, guys, and this timeout you can select max 15 minutes, not more than that. And if you suppose this is the role we are going to use for this Lambda function, and if you want to change the role, you can change here some other role, whatever it is available, those also it will display here. Okay, guys, so if you want, you can modify the timeout, because this timeout is the very important part here, because sometime due to some network like a problem, or maybe network latency, or maybe you are working on this Virginia region, and you are trying to access that bucket, maybe that is in some other region is located right in Mumbai, or Mumbai region, right? So if that network, the distance, that edge location distance might be more, right? Sometimes that while more number of data you are processing, right, then that timeout used to come, like request timeout or Lambda timeout. So that we can configure. I will show you like how we can configure like request timeout, connection timeout for those also, that I will show you. Okay, guys. So let me first show you that dynamically, if you want to pass some parameter, how we can pass. So layer, I have already talked about in Lambda layer. So if you guys not yet watched my previous video about this layer, please have a look. Now go to the configuration, and then one more thing, this is the environment variable you can modify. So let's add some of the environment variable for this today's session. Let me show you that. So let me show. So my next video, I am planning to give you the Redis. So that's why I am here putting the Redis variable like host and then port and then authentication like password, how we can read to the Lambda function. Okay, guys. So that we can communicate from this Lambda to Redis. In my next video, I will show you how we can communicate. So these are the host file, host like endpoint we have to set up first. So let me show you that. Suppose I am giving here host like redis.com redis.com. Okay, let's add another one. Show you that. Suppose authentication. So let me add. Suppose this is nothing but password. Okay, guys, you can specify here password also, cloud tag, and then so go to here and then port. Okay, so some port we can specify here. Things like 202. This is not a Redis port. Redis port is different. I will show you in my next video that one. So I have configured the environment variable, right? So basically this environment variable, nothing but like when dynamically something got changed, right? That every time it's not possible to change the code, right? It's like a Java, we have like dot properties file while you are creating the project, right? Either Spring Boot or Spring project. Then we used to specify our all the error code or URL, the port, those things, right? Basically, we used to specify it in that properties file, right? So in Lambda, this you can think like a properties file, and here we can do. And if you want to change the VPC here, VPC inbound, outbound rule also we can modify. Let me show you that how we can do. So I have only one VPC, which is my default VPC. So let's select this one. Let me show you how we can change this. So in this VPC, I have total 6 subnets. So you can select as per your requirement, you can select the subnet. And then here security group, whatever security group, I have 2 security group. One is the default and another one I have created. So for this, whatever inbound, outbound rule is there, right? If you want to change the inbound, outbound settings, that also it's possible. So that we need to go to this security group and then we can modify. For more details, I would recommend please have a look to my security group video. So I have selected like this. We can reconfigure the VPC also if you want, or during creation time also we can do that. Okay, guys. So let me show you that role does not have the permission to call the create network interface. Why? Because this, let me show you that. So whatever permission, this one we are using here, right? Let me show you that permission role general. So this is the role name, right? Let me show you that what permission we have for this role. So let me give you this. Add the permission here. Like this, we can change the permission. So you can refer my this video, like that IAM role I have already demonstrated in my previous session. You can look more details for that, how IAM role work and what all thing we can do basically by IAM role. I have already explained in this. So AWS, let me give administrative access, right? Okay. Administrative access, let's give this one so that everything will be. This is not the recommendation where to give the administrative. We can give that particular network access also, like VPC permission. But for this demo, let's give this one. And now let's see if we can modify this. Let's come here, let's come here, let's come security group. Now select the inbound. Select. Now we are able to change the VPC. Since this particular lambda that I am role, right, don't have the permission to change this VPC. So that's why it was giving earlier error. So now I have give the permission. So how we can give the permission? I have already showed you now. Like that, we can change the permission on existing role also. Or if you want to create new role, you can create and you can attach also that role here. Okay, guys. So this is done. So now let's go to the code section. Here, one more important thing, like guys, like this when you are creating a lambda by using Python, right, then you will get this code section. But when you are creating lambda by using Java, you won't get that code section. We need to upload that jar or zip file, right? I will show you that also. So this is my lambda. So let me, I have already written some code here. So let's copy this code. So let's come here, change this one. So this is what I have written here. What I am doing, just I am trying to read. So read that from environment variable. We need to import that OS lambda OS command that, and then once you import that OS import, then by using OS module, we can get that environment variable, whatever we have specified there. Okay, guys. So let's deploy these changes. Well, to update this this time resource, because our lambda is still updating, right? That's why we are not able to update this code. Because if you see here, right, lambda is function is still updating. Why? Because we just now we changed that network level thing, right? Like security, like VPC, all these things we just now we modify, right? So that's why it is taking time to update this. So just wait for some time. Still going on. Okay, meantime, let me okay, just show you that Java one. We can explore the Java one meantime. Let's the update that one. For Java also same thing, whatever I told you, that configuration code, but here only difference that here also that timeout, all this thing is there, but only difference here is like this Java, right? Here basically we need to give the handler method name, and then what we need to give the configuration also, as it is everything, the timeout, memory, everything will be same. If you want to change the permission also you can change. And then if you want to change the VPC, you can change the VPC. If you would like to create some environment variable, you can create that. Let me show you some of the environment like socket timeout, connection timeout, if you want to create, right? So I have created this lambda, this like a Maven project, basically this is, and here I am making the S3 bucket connection, and for that particular S3 bucket, I am trying to give some socket connection request timeout or connection timeout, so that S3 bucket won't get timeout. The default some value will be there for that S3 bucket. Instead of default, like whatever value is there, on top of that, if you want to add some value, right, then this is how we can add. And in Python, we can read that environment variable by os.get environment, right? But in Java, system.get environment, if you just put this system.get env, then you can read that whatever environment variable you have specified, that you can read it. So let me show you that. So let's set this environment variable. This timeout. Action time. Okay. This is for S3 client, all these parameters basically. Okay. In real life project, you guys maybe have seen this kind of issue, like the sometime that Lambda is giving connection timeout, sometime request timeout, socket timeout. So that you can manually, like this, you can configure. So default socket timeout is, this is the value. If you just go here, you can see the default value 50 into 1000. So I have specified here already that default value. So if you not set that, then it will be the default value. And now let's change the default to some other value. So let me show you that. So I am giving that some change here. Otherwise, will that value will be the default, right? We can't understand like this value is reading properly or not. So let me hit that. Let's change this one. And one more. Sometime, right? So this is also 10,000. Okay. These all are default value. So on top of default value, I just added end is one. Okay, guys. Like this, we can save here. So Let's go to the Python. So Python is one updated. So let this one also updated. So let's go to the Python first. So I was talking about, right? So by this one, how we can read, right? So let's deploy these changes. So we're updating this. So changes is done. So now how we can manually run this Lambda function? Let me show you. So we need to create a test class here first, test method. So let me give that the point test, something like that. The name you can give and save it. Now test method we have created. Now we can run manually. Just click here test. It will start executing. So now if you see here, right, I am printing like whatever parameter in the environment value we are giving, right? So those value I am printing here. If you see that Redis endpoint, this is the endpoint I have given, right? And if you see the Redis port, this is the port I have given. And then Redis auth I have given this one, right? Now in my next video I will show you how we can utilize this all how we can use this kind of variable. In my next video I will show you guys. Okay guys, so like this we can do for that this one, what I can say, Python one. So now let's go to that Java one, how we can modify. Java also everything same, like I told you, environment variable settings done, permission is done. Now permission, maybe some issue we'll see like runtime if any issue is coming. So let's go to the code section. Now, if you want to change the Java, you can click here and you can modify as per your needed Java. And handler method, we have to change as per our handler request, right? So let me show you that here. So this is my Java function. I have created a Java class like S3 connection, and this is the Java, like how we have seen that Python syntax while creating Lambda function, right? This is the syntax of creating Java, and handle request is the starting like a main method where it will start. And what this this class basically I am doing, I am trying to create one bucket here. Like this is the my bucket plan to create by using this Lambda function, and I am trying to read those and I'm passing those parameters to this S3 client configuration. Okay, guys. And then by using S3 client, I'm trying to create this bucket. Okay. So now let's go to that. First, we need to build this project. So this is the Maven project, right? So let me show you that how we can build. So MVN package, we can package something like that. So it's built now. Let me show you that target one. So this is the project location. So I have already created this project. I hope you guys know how to create the Maven project and Maven environment setup, how we can set up. So if you guys have any doubt regarding this Maven and Maven setup, please put your comment in this video's link, whatever in this video only. I will address that those doubt in this comment. Okay, guys. Or if required, I will next in my upcoming session I will create some Maven related session also in advanced level. Okay, guys. So this is the thing is created. If you see here, one more like dependent jar is created, right? Two jar basically executable jar. How it is created? So that is the Maven setting. So what I have given the Maven setting, I have put the shaded of the in the target. So goal, like let me show you that. So this is basically this is required when we are planning to do some kind of backup kind of thing. So that time or maybe some shaded version you need, right? Some of the cases where we need the shaded version. So those purpose only we used to use. I'm just showing you. Maybe in my next subsequent video, I will talk about more about this Maven, all these settings, all this thing. Okay, guys. So this is done. So my build is done. So let me show you that. So this is the jar is created. So let me come here and let me first change this handler method. So here, so how we can change. So this is my class and this is my package. So change the package there. Come here. For Python, we no need to do this much thing, right? But in Java, we have to modify accordingly. And then class name we have to give here. S3 connection, right? This is my class name. So let's give this class name here. Now, once you give an handler request, that is the entry point. So now save this. Saving is done. Will take, yeah. Now it is updating, right? Now update is done. Now whatever code we created, right? How we can upload this there is in this Java, there is no code section, right? If you see Python, here is the code plate, right? We can see we can edit our code, right? But in Java, it is not like that. We need to upload here. Upload, there are two options. You can upload from S3 or you can upload zip that project, whatever that S3 client I have created, right? You can zip it or you can create a jar, or as per your need you can do. So now click here and then we can upload from that. So this is the jar file I am going to upload here. So let me upload. Now we'll try to run that bucket is creating or not. We will see. So for that, let me go to this S3. So let me show you that what all bucket first we have here. So now upload is done. So it's taking time. Here I have only one bucket, right? So our plan is to create this bucket. So this is the bucket name I have given, Cloud Tech Demo S3 bucket, by using this program. So this is the what we are doing. This is create bucket. In this create bucket, I am checking bucket is already there or not. If it is there, then same bucket name I am returning. How I am checking? Get bucket method I have written here, that S3 client dot list all bucket, and I am here if by for loop I am just checking that bucket is there or not. If it is there, then I am returning that bucket. Okay, guys. So this is how again you can create bucket, you can delete bucket, everything you can do. This create bucket, what we are doing, that S3 client dot create bucket, right? If you S3 client dot delete bucket, then the delete also will be possible. Okay, guys. Here if you see the list bucket also we are doing, right? List S3 client dot list bucket. This is how Java SDK basically used to work. Okay, guys. So now let's go here. Now let's run. How we can run this Lambda function? So go to the test, and now we can click on test. Now we can test it. So how we can test? If you want, you can create a test method and you can save it. But in Java, if you don't want, you no need to create, just click on test, it will execute. So it started executing. It's going on. 10 seconds, still going on. Just a minute. Yeah, it is executed. So let's see the bucket is created not. Access denied. The permission issue. Why? Because permission issue. Let me check this. So let's go to configuration and go to the permission. Let's go to this role. This role have the sufficient permission or not? Like is this Lambda is trying to create the S3 bucket, right? So S3 bucket creation, the permission this this role have or not? Let me check. Oh, see here, no S3 role. Okay, so let's add here S3 role. So S3, let's give S3 full access, create and delete list, everything we are going to do, right? So now whatever we can see here, that test section. So this is the error message, right? This error you can check this even in the CloudWatch also. Okay, guys. This is the place you can, if you click, I will show you that also. If you click here, then it will take you in the CloudWatch. So now I updated. So let's run again test case. Let's see. It's executed fast or what? Oh, bucket is created. See, and very good. See that. Oh, we printed, right? Socket timeout, connection timeout, request timeout, whatever value we give the environment variable, that also I have printed, right? It is printing here. Let me show you that CloudWatch log also. I will show you that bucket. So let's come here, just refresh. See, our bucket is created. Very nice. And now let's go to the CloudWatch. Go to the logs. This is the what log? This is the Java log. So let's click here. Here we can see initially it was access deny because of that S3 permission was not there. So this is how we can debug also, like if any issue is there, we can check. Okay. And then we can modify the role also. And then lastly, we created this one. So we are in requesting. Then this is what we are printing also, right? Let me show you that print part. So come here, I am printing that system.out.println, right? So all the environment variable, whatever I said, I can print, right? So this is all we can do by Lambda advanced level. So in my next video, I will show you like how this environment variable and VPC all, it is very useful in Elastic Cache if I am going to use the memcached or Redis by using Python if I try to access. Okay, guys, I will show you that in my next video. So I hope this session will helpful to you guys, like by using Lambda, how we can create Lambda function by Python, and advanced level how we can configure, and then by using Java, how basically we can create Maven project, and then how we can deploy that Java into this Lambda. And if you guys like this video, and if you feel this video is valuable to you guys, then I will request you guys, please likes and subscribe my channel and share with your friend, and that will really inspire to me, and that will really help to me. Okay guys, see you in my next video. Chalo, bye.